Your body doesn't need a breakthrough. It needs a signal that it's safe to stop. And if you've been waiting for rest to feel natural, you've been waiting for the wrong thing. This is for the woman who knows she needs to rest but has no idea how to actually do it without guilt spiraling or immediately reaching for her phone. The one who sits down to relax and her body just vibrates, like it's forgotten what stillness even feels like. Here's the truth. Your nervous system doesn't speak English. It doesn't care about your affirmations or your journal prompts. It responds to sensation. By the end of this, you're going to have 3 simple rituals that you can use today: candlelight, breath, slow tea, to signal to your body that it's safe to rest. Not because you've earned it, but because rest is energetic hygiene, like brushing your teeth or washing your face. It's maintenance, not a reward. Welcome to Your Witchy Mother. We cover everything your mother never taught you without the guilt. Body-led choices, steady money, clear boundaries, with practical rituals and 0 performance. Hi, I'm Melanie, your witchy mother. I help women who left control-based systems remember their own power and live it daily. Let's talk about how to actually rest. If rest feels impossible, it's not because you're broken, it's because your nervous system thinks stillness is dangerous. You know what nobody tells you about leaving high control systems? Your body doesn't just suddenly remember how to rest. For years, maybe even decades, your nervous system learned that staying busy kept you safe, that productivity meant approval, that stillness meant punishment, rejection, or shame. So when you finally sit down to rest, your body panics, because to your nervous system, stopping feels like danger. That's why you can be completely exhausted and still reach for your phone the second you sit down. That's why you can't watch a movie without folding laundry. That's why doing nothing feels like suffocating. Your nervous system is still running the old program that motion equals safety. And here's the thing, you can't think your way out of that. You can't affirmation your way into rest. You have to give your body sensory proof that it's safe to stop. And that's what these rituals do. They're not about relaxation. They're more about repatterning, teaching your body that stillness doesn't mean danger anymore. Candlelight isn't just aesthetic. It's a nervous system signal that the day is over. Let me tell you about the first ritual that actually worked for me. Lighting a candle at the end of the day. Simple, right? Not for ambiance, not for Instagram, for my body. Here's what happens when you light a candle. Your nervous system registers the shift in light. It reads it as the sun is going down, it's time to rest. That's ancient wiring, pre-electricity wiring. Your body knows what fire means. I started doing this after my second divorce. I'd put the kids to bed, and instead of immediately collapsing or scrolling, I'd light 1 candle in the kitchen. That was it. I'd just sit there for 5 minutes and watch the flame. At first, my body fought it. My mind raced. I felt guilty, restless, like I should be doing something productive. But I kept doing it. Every night, same candle, same spot, same 5 minutes. And slowly, my nervous system started to get it. Candle means rest. Candle means the day is done. Candle means I'm allowed to stop. And now, lighting that candle is the clearest boundary I have. It signals to my body we're shifting. The doing is over. The tending to begins. So how do you do this? Pick 1 candle. It doesn't have to be fancy, just one that's yours. Light it at the same time every night if you can. Consistency matters more than duration. Sit with it for about 5 minutes. No phone, no task, just you and the flame. If your mind races, that's normal. Let it. You're not trying to clear your mind. You're just teaching your body a new signal. Your breath is the fastest way to tell your nervous system that it's safe. This second ritual is even simpler. Breath. But not the kind of breathing you do when someone tells you to just relax. I'm talking about one specific breath pattern that activates your parasympathetic nervous system the part of your body that's responsible for rest and repair. It's called box breathing. And it works because it physically slows your heart rate and signals to your body that there's no threat. So here's how you do it. Breathe in for 4 counts. Hold it for 4. Breathe out for 4. And hold it for 4. Repeat. That's it. 4 rounds of that and your nervous system starts to downshift. I use this when I'm lying in bed and my mind is still running through tomorrow's to-do list, or when I sit down to rest and guilt immediately shows up. I even used it to help calm my daughters down when they had to testify in court against their abuser. 4 rounds of box breathing, and the body remembers we're not in danger, we're just still. The reason this works is because your breath is the only part of your autonomic nervous system that you can control. Everything else, heart rate, digestion, stress response, runs on autopilot. But your breath is your override button. When you slow your breath, you're literally telling your body, it's safe to rest now. So here's how to do it. Sit or lie down, doesn't matter where. Breathe in through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 4, breathe out through your mouth for 4, and hold for 4. Do that 4 times. That's 1 minute. If 4 counts feels too long, start with 3. The point isn't perfection. The point is signaling. Making tea slowly is the practice of not rushing for once in your damn life. The third ritual that I have is my favorite, slow tea. Not because tea is magic, but because the act of making it slowly, like actually slowly, is the practice of not rushing for once in your life. Here's what I mean. Most of us move through the day at one speed, fast. We're always 10 minutes behind, always catching up, always in motion. And that constant rush trains your nervous system to stay in fight or flight, even when there's no actual threat. Making your tea slowly is the antidote. You boil the water, you wait. You pour it, you wait. You hold the cup, you sip, you don't multitask, you don't scroll, you just drink the tea mindfully. It sounds stupidly simple, but that's the point. Rest doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be intentional. I started doing this in the mornings. Instead of making coffee while checking my phone, answering emails, and mentally planning the day, I make tea. Slowly. I turn on the pot, I watch the water boil, I pour it into the cup, and just stand there holding it, letting the warmth sink into my hands. And in those 5 minutes, my body gets to be still. My nervous system gets to exhale. I'm not performing rest. I'm just not rushing. So here's how to do it. Pick a tea you actually like, not something trendy, something that feels good to you. Boil the water. Don't do anything else while you wait. Just wait. Pour it, hold the cup, feel the warmth. Drink it slowly. No phone, no emptying the dishwasher, just tea. If this feels uncomfortable at first, that's the point. You're repatterning. You're teaching your body that not rushing is safe. Here's what I need you to understand. These rituals aren't just self-care. They're energetic hygiene. You brush your teeth every day, right? Not because you earned it. Not because you were good. Because it's maintenance. Because if you don't, things fall apart. Rest is the same. If you don't tend to your energy, if you don't signal to your body that it's safe to stop, you will break down. Not because you're weak, but because you're human. These rituals, candle, breath, slow tea, they're not indulgent. They're essential. They're how you clean out the residue of the day. They're how you tell your nervous system, we're not in survival mode anymore. We're allowed to be still. You don't need a retreat. You don't need a spa day, although those are great. You don't need an hour. You need 5 minutes, 1 candle, 4 breaths, a cup of tea you actually drank instead of letting it go cold on the counter. That's it. That's the work. Rest isn't a luxury you earn. It's a practice you choose. And these rituals are how you make that choice real. The world doesn't need more exhausted women trying to prove their worth. It needs women who are rested, clear and ready to lead from power. That's you. Let's do this.